Okay, 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 okay. I mean, guys, where do I start? We did a good job. If you took money line and you took the over yesterday, you won. You know what I mean? If you took the Dodgers money line, if you took the A's and Rangers to go over, you won money yesterday. That's what happened. And I got a little short to recap it. Um, but I'll post that on the channel later. Make sure if you're watching this on if you're not watching live, guys, and you're watching on the replay, help me out, please. How can we help you, Miguel? I'll let you know how you can help me. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I can look at analytics and I see if you're watching my live show, most likely you're already subscribed. If you're not subscribed to the live show, you are special. Special to me. So I need you to really hit the subscribe button. And all we're going to do is win. And all we're going to do is have fun. I can promise you that. That's something I can promise. Not a lot of people can promise you anything in this world. You feel me? I can promise you we're going to have fun and we're going to win. I can promise you we will win. For real. That just happened. Okay, so today we have the NBA play-in popping off. The NBA play-in is popping off today. And just like yesterday, I was saying that I do like Charlotte to win. I don't know if they cover, but I do like Charlotte to win. The only thing that would keep me betting them straight up is this is off the top of my dome. The last time that the Charlotte Hornets made the playoffs had to be 2011. I don't know. I remember Steven Jackson team, and I want to say Larry Brown might have been coaching. I don't even know, bro. Like, I don't know the last time Charlotte made playoffs. Do you trust them in the playoffs? Let me know in the comments. I ain't got much of a chat right now, but let me know in the comments if you like Charlotte. You know what I mean? Like, listen, they're on a heater. They're killing everybody right now. But young teams in the playoffs is why nobody can quite put the Spurs up there. You know what I mean? That's why people scared to bet the Spurs to win it all. Or they're short of saying that they will win it all. And it's just because you can't trust young teams in the playoffs. Playoffs is a different ball game from the regular season. And yeah, it just don't work that way, guys. So what I'm gonna do is share my screen. I'm gonna share it here. We're gonna go over what I like. So if you see here, you have the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. Charlotte opened, I want to say, at a 5.5, and it's up to 6. And like I said, I'm not sure about betting them to cover only because, like I said, they're a young team. Get ready for some real-time editing, guys. I'm gonna put my window over here. But what I do like is this over. Okay? Heat at their best is going to score points. Why do you say that, Miguel? Because during the season, rather they win, no matter if they win or lose, they can score some points. You don't believe me? Here I go. So I'm going to go over here to one of my sites that I love to use, teamrankings.com. NBA team points per game. Number 1 is the Denver Nuggets. Number 2 is Miami. And they going to give you buckets whether they're at home or whether they're away. So they average 118 on the road. They average 123 at home. Okay, guys? Their last 3 games of the season, they averaged 132. Listen, they can score. Charlotte is one of those teams. Also, they kind of tailed off a little bit towards the end, but they still can put up points. Okay? They do 116 a game. In a phone call. They do 116 a game. Where are they at? Right here. All right. Averaging 115 at home. Defense-wise, I mean, we don't look at these teams for any defense. Okay? Let me see if I could find their any defensive stats for these guys. Let's see if I can get points allowed. Make sure, like I said, hit the like button, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Let's see, scoring defense. These guys don't hold anybody. They're not going to stop anyone. Look, Charlotte is number 7. And they're giving up 111. That's about average for them, 111. Miami could be worse. Yeah. Miami's the bottom of the league. They're like 22, 118. So listen, I just think we get to 228. Okay. One thing I like to do is cover myself, of course. So I'm going to take the 227. All right. I don't quite trust Charlotte to cover, but I do like them to win the game straight up. So if you want to do a same game parlay, which I kind of stay away from, I don't like doing same game parlays. It's hard enough to win one aspect of the game. Now you're going to call both. You're doing too much. You're playing right into Vegas' hands. Vegas is sitting there like this. The palms are sitting there like this. The Venetian is sitting there like this. MGM Grand. You know what I mean? Be smart with your parlays, guys. I didn't dig too deep on the baseball schedule today. I didn't dig too deep. But I did have some notes here on games that I like. There was the game in Boston with the Twins. Actually, it's in Minnesota, not Boston, guys. Minnesota and Boston. This could sneak over 8. And it's just because Minnesota cannot pitch, guys. Like, that's real. Minnesota can't pitch, man. Right now, let me see. I'm looking at their hitting. They're hitting 230 on the season. 236. Let me pull up their stats. I'm gonna do some real time research here. Do some real time here. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, I do like Boston. I'm looking at it. Okay, so the Bo Sox are giving us 4 runs a game. So like I said yesterday, if you were watching, average baseball game, 8.3 runs are scored. Okay, so if you get 2, and then games go faster. If you guys didn't notice, like with the pitch clock, games are a little bit faster. So that works to the pitcher. So they're at 4.2. Minnesota, what are they averaging? Minnesota's at 5.41. And they got Sonny Gray on the mound. Let me check and see what he's done against the Bo Sox. This is real time, guys, because I didn't get to go through all this like I wanted to. All right, so check this out. Sonny Gray, 2.76 right now with his ERA. Mick Abel is why I like this spot to go over. And I'm saying that because I think Mick can get out there and maybe give us the total runs on just him alone. Okay, so Sonny Gray in 2025 gave up 2 runs on these guys. 2 years ago, he pitched in Minnesota and gave up 5 runs. In Minnesota, gave up 2 runs. In Minnesota, gave up 3 runs. I don't know. This will be Mick Abel's first time seeing the Sox. The Sox, man, I don't know, guys. I don't want to force nothing. I really don't. If it come down to me, gotta force something, I just won't do it. You know what I mean? I just won't do it. Like I said, if you're watching this on playback, let me know in the comments what you're taking, because you can come up here and help me as well. But one thing's for sure, I do like this over for the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. I do like Charlotte to win. I don't feel comfortable with them covering. And like I said, that's only because this is Charlotte's first time really in the playoffs in a hell of a long time. So I don't know if I can give them the cover at 6. In fact, I might actually go the other way, but I do think this goes over 228. Portland and Phoenix. I kind of like Phoenix. I don't know if they cover, but I will say this. In the play-in, the favorites in the Eastern Conference have usually won games. All right, they usually win the game. On the Western Conference side, the underdogs have had more success. All right, now this is just going past history. So I think I like Charlotte to go over. All right. And then last, if I saw something hockey, I think I wrote it down. Washington and Jersey I was looking at to cover the puck line. But I'm not going to force that, guys. It's a Tuesday. This is where you get in trouble, okay? This is where you get in trouble. And MGM Grand just sitting back waiting for you to make mistakes like this. Palms Casino. They're just waiting for you to slip up. So this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take Charlotte and Miami to go over. I am still looking at the slate overall for baseball. But let's do this. Let's find out who's pitching in the Mets and Dodgers, because the Mets are a perfect fade right now. They are a fade for real. Yeah, Yoshi's pitching tonight against Nolan McLean. I could care less about who's pitching for the Mets. The Mets have no bats right now. I think they might be towards the bottom of the league in hitting. Check this out. Check it out, guys. Look. Average. Let's see where the Mets are. Mets are 19th. They're hitting 230. Keep in mind, they were hitting 230. Majority of this, though, is when Juan Soto was in the lineup. Juan Soto ain't there no more. He ain't walking through that door. So we're going to have an over for Charlotte and Miami. And then I like this Dodger game. Yoshi deals well with the Mets. The only thing, though, Dodgers haven't seen Nolan McLean. This probably will be a low-scoring first five. Let me see if I can get what it's at. I might put a under on this, guys. I'm not going to do it right now because I am caught up doing other stuff. But I'll say this: if you guys follow me on X, go to any of my videos. My X is linked in the description. If I make this play official, I'll tweet it out. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like it's a 7.5. The average game in baseball right now averages how many runs? I just said it. 8.3 runs. So all you need, in theory, is to have two pitchers strong enough to get you into the 6th inning, and then you rely on bullpens, okay? The Mets bullpen isn't that good. Here, well, how about we look it up? How about we see how good their bullpen is, all right? I'm going to pull up the stats right now. As always, if you're watching on replay, hit the like button, please. You're doing me a big, big favor. Fangraphs is one of my favorite sites. Let's check ERA for the New York Mets. Okay, they're looking pretty good. 285. They are overachieving because their expected is 3.8. This is a low-scoring game. If I could get Dodgers at an 8, like I said, I don't like the hook, so I will buy it up to an 8. That 8 is going to cost you minus 135. Listen, I like this. So I do like Dodgers to win. I like Dodgers to go under that 8. Mets have a great bullpen, and they can't hit. What does that mean? It's going to be barely any points coming from the Mets. The Dodgers will win this just because their lineup is just on fire right now. So they're bound, if you're just playing law of averages, they're bound to hit the Mets better than the Mets will hit the Dodgers. They got Yoshi going up tonight, who's going to eat up some innings. And then you have their bullpen, who's doing really well. So I do like that under. I don't usually do same game parlays, but I like Dodgers to win. I like Dodgers and Mets to finish under 8 runs. And I am going to put Charlotte in Miami on that over. Matter of fact, I'll do that right now. I'm going to buy it to 227, and then I'm going to get out of here. Okay? We're going to put a hundo in there. That's it. That's all. Like I said, yeah, make sure you like the show. Make sure you subscribe, and I will check you guys later.